So in this video, I'm gonna cover a simple calisthenics workout to build an aesthetic physique, right? First of all, let's get the basics down. What does it mean to have an aesthetic physique, right? For me, it's having low body fat, right? This is number one, very important. And you will see why my exercise perfectly helps you lose body fat and build muscle, right? So first point is lose body fat. Second point is building what I call the aesthetic muscles, right? I will tell you instantly what are the aesthetic muscles. We have the pecs, the delts, the traps, the lats, the core, biceps, triceps, and the legs. I know the legs is not a muscle, but I'm talking about quads, hamstrings, calves, also your glutes. And so these, for me, are the aesthetic muscles, right? If you build these muscles only, you will have a perfectly shaped, like a Greek statue body with low body fat, of course, right? So I'm gonna basically tell you the simple calisthenics workout to target those muscles and like look at how how good I am. I'm even gonna tell you the different variations to target different part of the muscles because people tell you like yeah train your delts like your shoulders, right? But there is front, lateral, and rear delts, right? They tell you push-ups are good, all right, but there's upper, mid, and lower chest. So there's different muscles, but don't worry, I'm gonna cover each muscles. So the pecs, all three parts. Same things for the delts. Same things for the other muscles. I'm gonna tell you so the number. First of all, the exercises to target those different muscles. Then we have the number of sets, number of reps, right? Tips that I'm gonna tell you that are very important, like the form, the muscle mind connection, and we have at the end I'm gonna tell you cardio and rest days. So it's a big video, but it's like I condensed so much information into one video just so you can sit there and watch it for free. So enjoy it, right? First of all, I like to mentally devise all my exercises into three parts, right? So I have push, pull, and legs. Now people talk about push day, pull day. I don't do it like that, right? I do push and pull at the same day. But for me, it's still important to devise push and pull and legs also. So for the push day, what exercises do I do, right? So for the push days, basically what we're trying to target for the aesthetic muscles, of course, we have the pecs, so upper, mid, lower pecs. We have the delts, front, lateral, and rear, and we have the triceps. And of course, the core is always engaged, especially when you do calisthenics. So these are the muscles that you target. Also, you have your upper traps. So basically, these ones that are actually very aesthetic. They make like your neck bigger, right? And these muscles they help you basically the upper part of those traps. Every movement where you get your shoulders closer to your ears, then you're working your upper traps, so this visible parts. And we have the lower traps, which is gonna be on pull day, right? So what exercises do I do? First of all, I do push-ups, regular push-ups. This is gonna target the mid chest front delts. Then we have inclined push-ups. Inclined push-ups are gonna target your lower pecs. Declined push-ups are gonna target your upper chest, right? And then we have the lateral delts. I like to do train my lateral delts using archer push-ups. It's one of my favorite exercise. This is why I have very big shoulders. I do a lot of archer push-ups, right? So this is for the push days. And also I like doing dips. You know, dips are a little bit less accessible, but if you can do dips, they're so good, man. They will train, they are gonna give you huge arms, especially here, like the front part and bigger, very big chest. Like dips are amazing. They also make your hands so big, your triceps. So I like adding dips also to my exercises if I can, right? So this is for the push. Then we have pull. Basically for the pull day, you're trying to target your lats. Basically they will give you the V shape, your lats, and you have your lower traps, right? You don't see them, it's behind. Basically every movement where you bring your shoulders away from your ears, you're targeting your lats. And on pull day, you're doing your lower traps, sorry. And on pull day, you're doing a lot of those movements, right? Where you pull and you bring your shoulders away from your ears, so your lower traps. Then we have the rear delts. So this one, this is gonna be worked a lot on pull day. And the core, of course, right? And last for me is legs. So for legs, I like to do. I didn't cover the exercises. So for pull, I have wide pull-ups, regular pull-ups, and the last one is chin-ups. So for the wide pull-ups, this is amazing to really target your lats, right? The the chin-ups will target your biceps and the other part of your lats. So basically, wide grip pull-ups and chin-ups are amazing to target all part of your lats and your biceps, of course. And I also like to do chest to bar pull-ups. Basically, chest to bar pull-ups is gonna force you. Basically, you're in a like regular stance pull-ups. Basically, shoulder height, uh, like shoulder length, right? You understand. And chest to bar means when you're going up, you wanna try to touch your shoulders to the bar. So you're going up a little bit like this, right? So it's not like a completely vertical movement, but it becomes a little bit like this, right? Because you're bringing your chest, you're basically arching your back and bringing your chest to the bar. And this is gonna target your rear delts and your lower traps a lot, you know. So these exercise is are what I do for pull days. So we have wide pull-ups, we have chin-ups, and chest to bar pull-ups. They're gonna target all part of your lats, of your traps. So basically the lower part of your traps and the rear delts. So last one is gonna be legs. For legs, I literally only do squats. And running, of course. But this is gonna be for the next point, which is cardio. Squats are amazing, man. Like, first of all, you can do like 80 reps, and it's gonna perfectly shape your legs to be the most aesthetic, right? And it's very important to do higher reps because first of all, they burn a lot of calories, and your legs, man, you don't wanna like destroy them, you know, because they're so important. Use them like so much, and so you've got to be careful not lifting. I see people lift like 150 kilo and they get like back pain and injuries. So avoid this, man. Like when you train higher reps, you actually make your muscles stronger and your tendons also and your articulations. So basically you're getting healthier but at the same time getting very aesthetic legs, right? And they're enough. They're enough to build. I only do squats for legs and running, and I have very aesthetic legs. Like it gives you quads, glutes, hamstrings, calves, right? So basically, it targets all parts. So only squats. And the last point is cardio. Man, you don't want to neglect this because a big part of an aesthetic physique is having low body fat, right? And so cardio helps you lose a lot of body fat. And also, it just makes you very healthy. It gives you energy. It makes you honestly like aesthetic, like your skin changes. You feel better. You can think more clearly. There's just so many advantages to running, and running is such a primal exercise. It's like basically the hunter exercise, and it increases testosterone. It also makes your legs very very toned, right? And it strengthens your bones and your joints and your tendons. So don't forget cardio, man. For me, I do it 3 times a week. I go around 20 minutes as fast as I can. This means that after 20 minutes, I'm dead. I'm like laying on the ground for like 3 minutes. So 20 minutes as fast as I can. Right? And so this is for the workout. So we have push, pull, leg, and cardio. Now, how many sets, how many reps, when to take rest days, when to work out, blah, blah, blah. And this is very flexible, man. Basically, you need to adapt it to you, right? I'm telling you the truth here. I don't want to just bullshit like something just to make it sound good. I want to actually bring you results. So, what you want to do, basically for the number of reps, I go until failure for each sets. So, first you get into position, right? You want to perfect the technique. You want to have like perfect technique. And you want to close your eye and focus on contracting your muscle, the muscle that you're using. So this is going to take some time, but it's very important. It's called the muscle mind connection. You need to master controlling your muscle, the muscle that you're growing, controlling it when you're doing the exercise. And having the proper form, the proper technique is going to ensure that you don't get injured and you really target the muscle that you're trying to target. So for the number of reps, I go until failure. Basically, I'm going to first put myself in the perfect technique. And then I go explosive, man. Like as fast as I can. Because this is really gonna grow your type 2 muscles, which are the biggest muscles, but also the most explosive. So when you go and do as fast and as explosive as you can, after like, it depends on how many reps, but after X reps, you're gonna start to slow down, right? When you slow down, you get into isometric exercise. Bro, I'm giving you so much knowledge, man. This is crazy, bro. So let's say you're doing push-ups, right? First of all, you're gonna be very quick. So you do as fast as you can. You wanna really like do it very explosively. With good technique, of course. You can see other videos on my channel about the techniques for the push-ups. As fast as you can and as explosive as you can until you slow down. And when you slow down, you get into isometric position, which is the position where your muscle is fully contract. So for push-ups, it's gonna be like this. And you stay like this, where your muscle is fully contract, until your mind turns off your muscles. So this is called until failure. It's not really failure, it's just your brain, your mind protecting your muscles because it knows it has achieved hypertrophy, and so it turns off your muscles. So after going as fast as you can, you stop at the contracted position and you close your eye again and you focus on your muscle like contracting as strong as it can until you achieve failure. First set. This is the first set. And you want to take 1 minute to 1 minute 30 of pause. But for me, I alternate. So I will do push up, pull ups. You know? So once I finish the push ups, I instantly do pull ups. And while I'm doing pull ups, my pecs are recovering. So I'm not really taking a break. But but take 1 minute break. All right. And do the same thing again. Second set, as fast as explosive as you can until you slow down. When you start to slow down, you get into isometric position. And you do as many sets as you can. This is so good because you're gonna do progressive overload without realizing it. Because as you're gonna get stronger, as your body will build muscles, you're gonna be able to do more reps, more sets. And so you don't need to track like how many weights you're lifting and bullshit. All you need to do is do more reps, do more sets, and until failure. And it's not like I've been doing calisthenics for like 3 years, and honestly, like you might think that at some point it's gonna be too easy. Nah, bro, it doesn't get easy because when you use this technique of being the most explosive and then isometric position and then 1 minute and then doing it again in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you have a full body workout. It doesn't take much and it's not easy at all, man. It's gonna build you a very aesthetic physique, right? You're not gonna be like a bodybuilder, but I will argue that bodybuilders have a very ugly physique, but that's just my opinion. You will build a very aesthetic physique by doing this technique, right? So this is for the number of sets, number of reps, basically as much as you can. Right? And rest days. Basically, I will take rest days with two signs. First sign is if I feel some kind of pain. You know, if I feel some kind of pain that is abnormal, I won't do a workout. Very important, man. You don't want to injure yourself. So if you feel your body knows basically knows itself, so you're gonna know when something there's like a kind of pain that is not normal, and it's it's normal to be a little bit sore and work out, especially in the beginning. But if you feel a kind of pain where you know it's like it's not normal, then take a rest day, man. Don't injure yourself. You're just I know you're gonna be motivated in the beginning, but it's not worth it because you will just not be able to work out for like 2 3 months, right? So this is the first sign. If I feel some kind of pain, no ego. I just instantly stop and understand that today my body's telling me like you should rest. So I take a rest day. Second sign is if I cannot do 1/4 of my max reps. Right. Let's say for push-ups, my max it's not let's say my max reps for push-ups is like 70. If I cannot do like 20 push-ups, how much is the fourth of 70? Man, I'm so bad at math. Let's see. 80. Okay, let's just say I can do 80, right? If I cannot do more than 20 push-ups, then I know I need to take a rest day. For the first set here, I'm talking. So for the first set, if I cannot do 1/4 of my max reps, then I also take a rest day. Right? So I think I covered everything. Long video, but I know you learned so much, and you better take a lot of notes or rewatch the video. But yeah, that's all I had to say. So subscribe. I'm talking about building an aesthetic physique using bodyweight exercises. All right. If you got any questions, you can tell me in the comments. I link my IG also in the description if any of you guys wanna talk to me, ask me any question, or just have a conversation. I'm available. All right. So take care.